Hot 97, where hip hop lives. Peter Rosenberg, special Rosh Hashanah edition. Happy New Year to all the Jews. 50 Cent, happy Rosh Hashanah, my friend.
Oh man, thank you.
Yeah, it's Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I'll save some apples and honey for you tonight. Curtis is out. Let's not waste any time. I've had a very interesting process with this record. I gave you heat on it when I first heard it. I didn't like the first few singles I heard. I was like, I don't know, I feel like 50's lazy right now. I was questionable about it. Then I started hearing graduation joints, and I was like, I'm liking what Kanye is doing. And then in the last week or so, something happened where I really listened to your record and was like, 50's being 50 on this record, and I felt like Kanye's record, and I don't want to turn this into some sort of like thing, I know this isn't like serious beef or anything, but I felt like Kanye's record was much more of an attempt to the critics and to a certain audience. And then frankly, I got sick of Kanye's effing meltdowns and crying, and I remember that like 50's a cool cat, so I re-listened to Curtis.
Yeah.
And it's a great record, and I really think, and I know, and I'm curious to ask you what you think about the early numbers and the projections that you're down in the numbers, because I think in the long run, I think things are going to be all right. The way my mentality has switched on Curtis, I think the general population will do the same thing. How do you feel about things so far?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really, for me, to be honest, I mean, the projections doesn't matter until it's all said and done. You see what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, I think that they'll hold them up. This company, it's not really 50 Cent versus Kanye West. It's more like 50 Cent versus Def Jam. Or like, for instance, the VMAs. Right? He had 4 looks on the VMA. I had 1. So I'm on the VMAs, which would be the big event before we actually hit the album release sales, and he performs 4 times. You see him with 4 looks. When me and him together, when we present the award, he performed his singles, and he performed his next single, and he performed with Soulja Boy.
And he still managed to be the dude crying after the show. Well, I just don't get it.
I think he's passionate about things. Even when he had them little meltdowns, it'd be really how you feeling.
So you think it's sincere? You don't think he's putting on a show?
Nah, I think that's who he is.
I think the feeling I've come across with your record though is that I just listened to Smile, I'm Leaving, which by the way, I don't know why you didn't put that on the album. It's crazy.
That's actually a record that is supposed to be exclusively to iTunes, because you see what it says, my next album might be my last.
Exactly.
So my intentions are to release before I self-destruct, and that may be it.
But how much do you mean that, and how much is that to get
I really mean it. I really do mean it.
Have you just done enough? And that's what I was going to say. I was going to say that I felt like the difference between you and Kanye is that your confidence as a person, you have nothing left to prove.
Yeah, I don't like at any level confidence. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can do whatever I put my energy into. It's just I'm not sure I need to put my energy here.
Has this experience made you at all, made it want to be your last record? Have you enjoyed this experience?
It's been the launch itself. The launch has been terrible from the actual company. Nothing is connected exactly the way we planned it initially, and it's just like when your project is a priority, you expect it to do that.
But I will say, and I'm sorry, now I feel bad like I didn't get to the point that I was trying to make. I felt like I was more disparaging than what I was trying to say, which was that in reality, when I sat down and listened to Curtis, I know you just gave Kanye credit for his honesty, and I do think Kanye is very honest. And I think sometimes Kanye's honesty can be irritating. Sometimes it's grating on me because I do think he's insecure. And hearing an insecure person rap about their insecurities through a whole album can be grating. Whereas I feel like your record is who you are, as much as the last 2 records was who you are, and actually feels like you. And because you're comfortable with who you are, even though at first I might have been like, he's not trying, you don't seem like you're trying as hard, there's a reason for that. You don't seem like you have to try quite as hard.
But why should I? Why should I compromise myself when I haven't had to initially? The success that I'm already, I don't need this. I don't need the record. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give you what I want creatively. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go cater to a specific base or market that it ain't me. It's contrived at that point. You shouldn't like it if the record feels like I'm reaching for something. You know what I mean? Like I don't go to reach for a pop audience. I make the pop audience come to me because they appreciate me from where it is. Usually the hood is the tastemakers.
I think a lot of the rap nerds and critics have started to think because of the single, because of AOA technology, that maybe you weren't doing what we kind of love from 50 Cent, which is some, the gutter 50. You know what I mean?
Then again, that goes against what you just said earlier, because you said it feels like I'm not going against what I've been doing. So you're saying what they want is what I've been doing.
Oh,
yeah, like I don't understand.
No.
He contradicted himself.
No, I did contradict
the fucking camera, man.
I did contradict myself. I think it's been the experience of me. That's what I'm saying though. Is like I've been affected by this whole bullshit process.
Yeah.
And I'm deep in it. Like I'm deep in it, and I'm a fan, and I was affected by it. And then just yesterday was the first time I really listened to Curtis the way like I should have listened to it. And I didn't come in here like I'm gonna kiss 50's ass now and change my mind and tell him Curtis is better. And I don't know, but I like the record.
I mean, like everybody has a right to their own opinion. You know what I mean? When you're in the public eye, you know everyone has their opinion on you anyway. They're gonna say what they say. They're gonna think what they want to think. I mean, and your job is to make what they think not important and continue to do what's good for you. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what's affected Britney Spears.
What do you mean though? What do you mean that's my job?
She cares. I think she cares what people think about her, and it spins her out. It hurts the feelings when they say things.
Oh, I think so too, and I think I actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and if she has to make that not matter.